This is another Poets at War General Report. And here's your General, Joshua David Ling.
Good luck.
Hey everybody, welcome to the General's Reports. This one's not going to be super long, I don't think. Today was a cool day. Got to go out with my kids for about 2 hours. Was a lot of fun. Went to eat and to go pick up some tobacco for my pike. Yeah, we had a good time. We had a good time together. First time I've done that with just the kids in quite a while. Gave Mama some break time. Things have been generally pretty good. Working on poems, working on podcasts. One of the biggest projects has been going back and working through Poets at War entirely. All the podcasts I've done in the past, 4 years, almost 5 now. In fact, I think it's going to be 5 years this October, which is pretty crazy. Might only be 4 years, but I'm not sure. And yeah, basically giving it a Poets at War number, and every episode has a Poets at War number and a series number, whatever the series is. If I'm interviewing someone, it's Creators and Crusaders. If it's me and the guys hanging out, the main hosts, that's Burnt Marshwiggle. If it is me and Broodcast is Broodcast, etc. We don't have any old poetry boot camps, but that's what that is. We're also toying around with the idea of, moving Burnt Marshwiggle back to the floater show. It ends up doing wherever, whenever, like Shakira. And then if we do that, the first Friday of the month opens up again for Poets at War. One of the things we've been talking about is taking a concept for a role-playing game that's a little bit more spaced out than your standard tabletop sort of thing. And it would be centered around creative writing competition. And if that ends up being the case, we'd love to have an actual, what you would call a results show on those days. It's sort of based on the Pro Wrestling eFed model. If you look it up, we're toying around with some ideas. Me, Brendan, and Alex are the main ones. If anyone else from the Brood wants to talk about it, we can. But there's a lot of options there for what we could be doing. We also have on the Joshua David Ling channel, I'm putting poems out. I'm putting out these Generals reports, as you know, and lots of other stuff going on. So it's really a big content thing. I had someone recently write about me on a Substack article. Not just me, the Brood. Let's be honest. The Brood on a Substack article. And it was interesting because she went back and saw one of the original variety shows, the Poets at War variety shows that we did, which are now mostly going to be Burnt Marshwiggles. A few of them will be Creators and Crusaders. But yeah, they will be in the canon that way. And we rebranded a lot. We're trying to get things more clear so that things are bingeable. You can catch up. You can keep up. Because we've changed a lot in a lot of crazy ways. I've also had some other people contact me and say, hey, that sounds great. Love what you're doing. I've been cold messaging some folks that are semi-cold. They follow me on social media, so I message them and let them know what we're doing. I had in the latest Burnt Marshwiggle episode, which will be posted tomorrow if you watch this the day it came out, some video of a much more interactive website I'm creating for myself for the joshuadavidling.com website. I'm still working on poetsatwar.com. That's a whole thing we're trying to get together. So a lot of what's happening right now is very much behind the scenes and structural, but it's really, really needed because I've been flying by the seat of my pants for quite a while, and we've been working on this, Alex and I, especially Brendan a little bit too, for going on 2, 3, 4 months now, something like that. We started toward the beginning of the year, really trying to reimagine what Poets at War is, what the Brood is, and who I am, my brand. Very briefly, what it comes down to is the Brood is me and other folks. I'm hoping in the future the Brood will also be other folks, other characters running their own shows on the network. Poets at Work Creative Network is everything that we put out. That's the big umbrella. That's the whole shebang. Alex and I is the we. We are the main folks with that. Brendan is also tangentially involved. And some of y'all know about Poets at War and want to be bigger parts of it. The Joshua David Ling brand is obviously me. It's my fiction and my nonfiction when it's just me. So if I'm with other folks, it's the Brood. If it's just me, it's my channel. That's the easiest way to explain it. Under the Brood, you have the sub-shows. The sub-shows are really just formats. They are all episodes of Poets at War. Poets at War is the main show on the Poets at War Creative Network. There are 4 formats under that, 4 sub-shows, whatever you want to call them. It's basically just branding and theme song and what we're doing on that episode. Bart Marshwiggle is me and Alex, potentially some other folks, talking metaphysics and swampy stuff. Creators and Crusaders is me interviewing folk. Me and or Alex, Brendan, the main host. We're interviewing somebody who's a creator and a crusader, a Christian creator. And then the 3rd Friday of every month is Poetry Boot Camp, where myself, Brendan, and Daniel Reed and Alex all get together and we work on creating a homeschool Harry Potter fiction series. It's a writer's room podcast where we're working on a show collaboratively together in epic poetry, my style, that sort of a thing, but working on it together. We actually initially we decided that in the writer's room, we'd be using my format. We can do anything in the future when we finish that series, but that's the point. It's our writer's room podcast. And then the last Friday of every month, we have the Broodcast, which that's live. That's us coming together and doing the show. It's not broadcasted live, but it's recorded and posted the following Monday for anyone else who's watching. That's where we get together on Discord. We share our wares. We share our works in progress. We encourage each other. We hang out and we have fun. Those are the 4 main formats of Poets at War, which that's always been the show. Poets at War on the Poets at War Creative Network. So it's the same show. We're just doing something different each time. And we do that each of those things once a month. Sometimes twice with Burnt Marshwiggle if we have a 4th and that's not the last kind of thing. It's a floater show. You know how it goes. So that's the way we've structured it in detail. But the easiest takeaways are just my stuff's here. Me and other people is on the Brood. Simple. Once again, we're just continuing to hash everything out. And as we do, we appreciate your patience. If you have any suggestions, thoughts, comments, please drop them below. I have to go film a poem here in just a minute, but remember, be your family's bard. Do not turn to the right or to the left, and the Lord will be with you wherever you go. We'll see you next time in the trenches on Poets at War.